Hey guys, welcome back to another Daily Dose of Dunn. Today's message is peace. Stay in peace. Find peace. Deliver peace. Be at peace. Peace is where the heart is. Peace is where your stability is. Peace is where the present is. And you could argue that being present is where the peace is. So I was just taking a good walk, had my headphones and was just feeling it. And a lot of chats today with different clients of mine. And it's just one of those things that you walk around and you give people the power to control your peace. And it's not worth it. Life is too short. Life is too short to be sad, bitter, resentful, focused on the negative. There are some people that just, I don't think they want to be upset, but they look for reasons to be upset. They look for reasons to be threatened, to have their ego affected, to not live in peace. And when given the opportunity, I think looking back on it, they'll wish that they had chosen more peace because conflict is, nobody wins. People that are around you resent you for it, for destroying their peace. The people who you don't want to hurt end up getting hurt by the toxicity of your behavior. So today will be a short message. I just wanted to come on and say, continue to look for the peace, continue to look, give people grace. Understand that not everybody is going to be at the same point that you are on your spiritual journey. Not everybody's had the work, the therapy. Not everybody's done the work that you've done. Not everybody's put in the time that you're putting in. Not everybody's read the books that you've read. Not everybody's done that internal soul searching that a lot of us go through that helps them not elevate above others, but elevate their own individual center. So continue to find your peace. And it's not about being better than anybody, but if somebody's willing to receive some inspiration and some help along the way, share with those that you love most what's worked for you. You might give somebody 10 things that they can do to change their lives, but even if only one of them actually makes sense to them, even if they only can get one nugget from the 30-minute conversation or the 1 hour conversation that you have with them, that could be the difference between them making it or not. We live in a world, sadly, where suicide is at an all-time high, and I think there's a lot of people who have been condemned, a lot of people who have been at war with their own demons, and you want to show those people some grace. You want to show those people some love. You want to show them some compassion, because not everybody's going to have it all figured out. And even those who have done all the work, monks, don't have it all figured out. Nobody, maybe there's a couple people who have it all figured out, but, and they're out there sharing the sauce with everyone else, but not everybody's picking up 100% of what they're putting down. So just try to be one of those conduits of positive energy that people can tether to and tap into to help them through their struggles, through their trials, through their tribulations. Help them, help your friends, help your family, help your loved ones. Because at the end of the day, I think what it is that we want to be loved, we want to be understood, we want to feel respected. But ego is many people's downfalls. And I would say that it's a lot of relationships downfalls, friendships, relationships at work. It's just the ego is a really terrible thing. But I think God gives us an ego so that way we can conquer that. And it is important to be confident, and it is important to have limits and have boundaries. It is important to command respect. And I think we learn to grow as people as we get a little bit older and maybe more mature, and maybe through dealing with people who are difficult. It helps us become less difficult because we realize how frustrating it can be to deal with someone who's difficult, that you think, well, why would I want to do that to somebody that I love? So life is an ongoing journey, and I may have a lot of education, or maybe not even education, just experience in this space, but by no means do I have it conquered, and by no means am I perfect. I struggle at times with my own demons and my own ego. Nobody's above it. And that's another big reason why I wanted to do this channel, so that I could have this conversation really with myself, maybe go back to my own videos and reflect on, hey, remember your version of you that told you that this was a good idea? Why are you acting different? Why are you switching up? So accountability goes a long way. And I think accountability with love. You really want to help the people that are struggling, help them along and help them be better if they want that. If a person changed against their will is a person of the same accord. So if you convince somebody to do something and it's against their will, ultimately they'll revert back to their old ways. But if somebody is sick and tired of being sick and tired, or sick and tired of being a liar, or sick and tired of being deceitful, or sick and tired of cheating, or sick and tired of whatever it is, whatever toxic, maybe jealousy, insecurity, whatever it is that they might be struggling with, addiction, there's just so many things that people don't want anymore. They're tired of pushing everybody away in their lives. They're tired of inflicting chaos and discord with the people that they love most. And all they want, truthfully, is to be happy but there's that internal combat. There's that inner roommate that we talk about. I was reading Untethered Soul, which is one of my favorite books of all time, and it talks about the inner roommate and how your inner roommate can just not be your best friend, and the inner roommate can talk you right out of a happy life and a happy situation and a happy relationship. If you let the inner roommate win and you let that repetitive, constant cycle keep repeating the same negative talk without trying to control it or change it and justify it, it's going to continue to lead you in really bad places. And I think that in time, I think some sooner than later, we'll all figure it out. But the sooner you can figure it out, that just means you have that much more life of just pure blissful joy. And you can share that and give that to others. And then you're not the friend that people are cutting off anymore because of your toxicity. And you're not the person people don't want to be with or be around anymore because you're always bringing them down or always judging or whatever the case may be. So just try to be that positive light in an otherwise dark tunnel for a lot of your friends and family. And reach out to somebody that you love. You never know. One of my friends, I won't say their name, but I'm responsible, actually more than one friend, but one that just came to mind right now. I'm responsible. They gave me credit for saving their life. Didn't even know that they needed. I thought the person just walks around carrying so much confidence, and there's no chance in the way. There's no way in the world this person would be sad or depressed because they're so full of love and so full of light. But turns out this person was the most depressed that they'd ever been and was considering ending it all. And who would have thought that after just an hour, well, not an hour, a night, it was a night and a couple hours of us just hanging out, talking, laughing, crying, hugging, just we were able to get it all through and help give them some positive talks and positive reinforcement. And now they're doing better than ever, making more money than they've ever made, realizing how silly it was to feel the way that they did at that point because they are so loved and they are so needed in this world and is an absolute beacon of light and positivity. And sometimes when we pour so much into others, when we're so busy filling everyone else's cup up, we forget to fill our own cup up. And I've been guilty of that before in the past too, even as a recent. Just I'm so concerned, and maybe I get that from my mom, I'm not sure, but I'm so concerned with other people being happy that sometimes I forget about me. And it's not that I should stop caring about other people. It's that I should also care about myself. Because if I show up for myself, that makes me even that much more capable of giving to others and helping them and bring them up instead of pull them down. So I would encourage you to find those people that really need to be picked up and pick up those people. And if you're guilty of any of the things that I said that are potentially negative, stop pulling people down. Let them pick you up. Don't continue to stay in a morass of self-negativity and defeating self-talk until you're in a roommate to kick rocks and stop with all the nonsense, because life is beautiful as you're just sitting there picking on people and judging them, and life is passing you by and you're not going to get that time back. It's the one currency we don't get more of. You can make more money, you can't make more time. So spend it wisely, because every person that is in your life right now that you care about, they need that version of you and they deserve that version of you. So give it to them and help people out around you, and you'll see that this world has a lot more going for it than you might think. I know this country right now is crazy and times are crazy, but times are always crazy. It just depends on where you look. But what a crazy time to just express love and kindness to people, strangers, but especially those that are near and dear to you that you love. So get out there, get after it, and we'll catch you on the next Daily Dose of Dunn. Thanks, guys.